Well, here I'm gonna start building a new wood stove here. It's an old barrel I got out of this scrap pile. Had outside, so I cut it in half, and I cut the part of the bottom out. It's going to be for an ashtray, ash pan. There you can see the where the chimney will be out of that hole there. This piece is going to go on the underneath side of it, which is going to catch the ashes, and then inside of that we're going to have this auger, and that's going to auger the ashes out for cleaning. Will be the air intake here, which will come out these holes here, and then have a hole cut on the bottom side, and this other pipe will get hooked to it and go down through the bottom. See, I've got holes on both sides of it for air, so it's going to get air across the front and then on both sides all the way down the bottom of the stove. And these 3/4 inch bars are going to be welded in. I got to make one for the bottom. I guess it'd be the back, and that's will hold the grates up. And then I have another plate here. This plate here, got it set up, and it's going to go, I hope you can see that, that'll go over the chimney hole to help keep air in, the heat into the stove and not going out the chimney anyway. It's about probably 30-inch diameter, and the way it's sitting there, it's probably 4 foot tall. Oh, and then it's got the front made here for it. This is going to be the front for the door. And then there's the door. Well, I've been working on my wood stove a little more. I got some more pieces put in here. I got the rods welded in. They're 3/4 inch or 20 millimeter, I guess. I'm learning that. This is my air tube where I have holes drilled in for air to come out. And then I made these grates that will slide in. I can take them out and replace them as they wear, burn up, whatever. And I put I guess you can call that a restrictor to keep the heat into the chamber more. Over on this side, I built this butterfly here. There you can kind of see it. It turns, so that's going to regulate the air going into the stove. Can't get a very good shot there, maybe. You can kind of see that. That'll regulate the air going into the stove. And then out here, put this elbow, and then from the elbow it'll go up to the ceiling, through the ceiling, into the roof area, which is vented to the outside, so that way the stove will draw cold air from outside, basically, instead of taking the air out of the shop. And the air's got to come back in some way, so it sucks it through the walls and holes and any little things it can find. But I think I might leave it sit about that high off the ground. Because it'd be easy to throw wood right in that way, work on it, clean it, whatever else. And underneath here next I got a pan that's going to go underneath of there, and that's going to be collect the ashes, and then I'll have an auger to auger that out.
Well, there's my final stove. There's the cold air intake up through the ceiling. I made this lever, excuse me, runs the butterfly down below, down there. It's burning pretty good. The ashes turning white and completely burnt. And I see down here, this is the ashtray with the auger. I have to make a crank to go in here, and then I can crank the ashes out. Anyway, it just burnt 12 hours and still had wood in it, so I was happy.